Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel. I'm your host, and I am going to help you save some time and help you save some money today. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to help you save a ton of money and a ton of time. And this is how. So, every day, every morning, I try and wake up as close to 4 a.m. as possible. Not only for to reserve some time for self-improvement, but also for exercise, meditation, self-development, whatever I feel like at the time. And this has become my morning ritual. I've practiced my morning ritual now for the last 4 years, and it's had an amazing impact on my life. Anyhow, I've done the same today because consistency is key. Repetition is brutal to the success of whatever you're trying to implement, whatever you're trying to learn, whatever you're trying to do. You got to constantly, just repeat the process until it's refined and you can accomplish that goal. Nonetheless, in this morning, as I'm thinking about the topics through my morning ritual, I came across the amount of time and the amount of money that not only have I spent, but I've actually put in towards the cause of being the absolute best that I could be. And why I was motivated to pay money to not only learn from books, but also paid money to, have the right tools like the headsets, the supplies needed, your little things that made me live within the character, right? And I think that's important, is because it is those little things that puts you into the mindset that you are in that realm. And so, for example, if you're customer service right now, a customer service desk is going to look a little bit different than a salesman's desk. Salesman's desk, they may have just salesman things on it. Customer service desk, they're going to have customer service things on it. And so, as a customer service, I was trying to actually replicate my desk and my cube to be like a salesman. So I would pass by the sales department. I'd try to listen, right, and what they're talking about. Kind of watch them as if I was a young kid, that you watch your older sibling, right? You might watch your older brother, your older sister, because you think they're the coolest, and so you watch them from afar. You ear hustle, you see what they do. Next thing you know, you're dressing like them. Well, I did the same thing on to these sales representatives. I only did it to the ones that were doing it right, and then I could tell. And I have a natural gift of being able to read people, read body language, read demeanors, read characteristics, read people by the way that they react to certain things, their decision making, and I was able to embed this skill to my own experience, because I had to do that for survival. I had to, I spent a lot of time on the streets. And I had to quickly kind of work out my indistinctive reaction muscle. And so, from little sounds to sudden movements, I had to be always on alert. I had to be on constant guard because of, the life that I led, or the life that I used to be part of. And that instilled in me kind of just the ability to identify why people react certain ways, why people do things certain ways. And at the time, I was doing it for a fad. I thought that, being like them, or being in the same car, wearing the same clothes as them, would mean that I was kind of like in the inner circle, because I was still pretty young. I was in my younger 20s. I think I was like 21, 22. And I was still wearing Dickies, all white t-shirts. You know what I mean? I still had earrings in my ear. I still had a big head. But all I knew is that I had to deliver, because I was about to have a child, which is my oldest daughter now, and she just turned 15. So where I'm coming from is that there are certain things that drive us, and why I'm saying I'm going to help you save time, I'm going to help you save money, is because since I made that switch, since I kicked it in gear, if you will, I took certain actions, and I had this force behind me that was driven by me not giving my children or my daughter the same thing that I went through. And I had to do this at a young age. Most of my friends were going out to drink or going out, to parties. I couldn't. I had to handle my business, and that's a sacrifice, and that was a huge sacrifice. Because when you're that young, all you want to do is go out and party. But I was cool with that. I grew up very fast, and I had my partying years. You know, when people turn 21, they go to a bar, right? When I turned 21, I was getting back to work. I was trying to figure out my life. I was trying to dig myself out of a hole. I was begging my cousin to let me live in their house because I didn't want to go back on the street. I was begging the military to take me in because I didn't want to go back to the street. And in the process of begging the military to take me in, I had to clean up certain things on my record, in the process of, which took about 9 months, I came across sales. An actual corporate sales position. I was in sales all the time, sales, telemarketing, sales in the street. But when I made the switch from customer services sales to an actual sales agent, there were these things that I did. And then I came across some sales agents that were the top of their craft, and they taught me one valuable lesson. And they said that you need to learn how to invest in yourself. You need to learn how to build for the long-term game. So if you know what I mean, fake it till you make it. Basically act, walk, and talk the part until you become the part. And they taught me that. I was like, fuck, for real? And this is this is more and more I'm hearing from people. It's like, yeah, you just gotta walk, talk, and act the part. You know, like whatever you want to be, you gotta study the actions. You don't study the result of the actions, you study the actions. And so I took that to heart, and I started dumping money into books, into different training programs. And then I implemented it because I had no other fallback plan. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have the things that kept people secure, like a mom and dad, or a trust fund, or a 401k, or a savings account. I didn't have that. And so I knew that if my kids and my family were to hit the rock bottom, we didn't have much support. And eventually we did, and I'll tell you about that in other episodes. But that's when the market declined, and I learned so much from that. Again, starting from the bottom and building back up, it takes that mindset to walk, talk, and act the part, and fake it till you make it, right? That's just how it works. And so hundreds of thousands of dollars later, because I've spent that much over the course of 20 years, all the time, the sacrifice, the rejections, the doubt, the denial, the depression that came from using methods that didn't work, and then finally adjusting it, starting back from beginning, and then trying to complete that process over and over and over and over again, coming up in a sales environment where cold calls actually existed. Like, you're given a list of phone numbers you called, and you were a complete stranger to these recipients of your call, and that is a cold call. Now you got internet, you got LinkedIn to figure out what their hobbies are, what their job is, what they're interested in, what groups they follow. And so it's not necessarily a cold call. You can prepare to come through as a stranger, but once you engage, you know enough about that person where it can almost seem like they're talking to a friend. And so these are the things that you have before you. And how I'm going to help you save time, and how I'm going to help you save a shitload of money, is I'm going to share with you all those steps and all those actions that brought me to where I am today. Now, I know you probably don't know, like, well, Daniel, where the fuck are you? All I see is the background of your car. What the fuck is that, an Accord? I get it. And so I put full trust that after you look at my page, you look at the videos, you listen to the content, you see the notes, the remarks, the audience build day after day after day, and there's more and more coming onto this hustle movement. They're already in the know. And when you look at the comments and you see like the sales script working and it's helping them, or you see that an objection or a rebuttal that I gave to a common objection helped them, and I see it beyond helping them make a sale. I see it as far as helping them avoid depression, helping them avoid rejection, helping them avoid failure, helping them learn a technique and strategy that they don't have to spend, or you don't have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars. You don't have to invest years upon years of your time. You want a shortcut? Here at Sales Remastered. Whether you found me on YouTube, whether you found me on Instagram, on Facebook, which, by the way, Facebook, man, I'm getting better and better at the live videos. Check out the last live video I posted today. I think you'll really like it, especially if you're all about that negotiation and closing techniques. I think that you need to understand it's more than just a one-liner, right? It's more than just a, well, buy now. It's more than just that NLP implant of that sentence, and I used to dig that a lot. I used to try to get so creative. Again, I put years behind fine-tuning a process in which I've refined and I've developed to modern day consumers, and I'm giving it all for free. So if you go to salesremastered.com, again, salesremastered.com, you're going to see a sign up for my sales script, and at the very bottom of that homepage you're going to see all the platforms that you can find Sales Remastered. And I invite you to go check it out. Go check out that sales script, and you let me know what you think. And if you find any value, all I ask is that you share it. You know, you share it on your social feed. You like my posts, or you follow me on the other channels, and you show the support and the appreciation for the free content. If I had this free content, I know I would have shaved my timeline from zero to hero by at least a decade, by at least 5, 6, 7+ years. And if I could do that for you, so that you can dig yourself out of the hole, so you can get yourself into that zip code, so you can get your first house, or you can get that dream car, or you can buy whatever you think it is that delivers you the confidence to get you closer to where you want to go, then I'm doing my job right. And I appreciate your attention. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to leave some notes. I really like your feedback on this input. And let me know which one's your favorite video. You know, I got over 200 and I believe 10 videos now. There's a total of 8 playlists, and the content on YouTube is different than the content on Facebook. The memes on Instagram may be similar to, you know, the posts that you see on Facebook, but it's just because they're integrated, and so it's easier, right? I try to make the most of my time. Everyone on Facebook isn't on my Instagram feed, but if you're on both, or if you're on all, I appreciate you. And I want to let you know that I do see your likes, I do see your comments, and I am the one that's liking, I am the one that replies. That's not a bot, that's me. And that's all. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great Thursday, and again, I appreciate your attention. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.